What is the
Just
process of the
yeah,
Sixers right now as you get set for
yeah.
this season, second season?
Just trying to continue to play the style of play. Joel went out, and we sort of sped up. We look at the 3-point a lot, and trying to understand how that's going to play out in the playoff format, in the spirit of the playoffs, and then trying to judge when we're going to be able to reintroduce Joel back into to our team. Probably those few things, as we go into the Miami series, are most on my mind.
So, do you think that Embiid being worked back in can happen during the Miami series?
I think he can. I don't know when. None of us really do know. It's one of those things. He does his cardio work. We put him through sort of scripting with the offense, and then we wake up the next day and see how he has responded. He does have his face mask ready to go when somebody says he is able. But as far as an exact date, we don't. We can say that he's not playing game one, and from that point on, it's sort of fluid.
What is the biggest concern involving a face injury, Brett? I mean, how do you handle
Yeah.
that?
Probably the obvious, getting re-hit in the face. And, you see those athletes that play with a mask. You're always, wondering how does that affect somebody's, well, obviously comfort level, but vision line. Like when you're shooting and you're trying to pass to somebody, I think the obvious answer would be, are you going to get hit again in that area?
Did you at all consult with him about the actual mask that he was wearing, Coach? What do you think
We
here?
almost in a humorous way, like there are so many designs available to the athlete of what you want sort of your personal mask to look like,
Mm-hmm.
and he sort of came up with something Darth Vader-ish, sort of charcoal gray, a deep sort of charcoal gray, and he, there's a process. You get it fitted to your face. It's obviously something that ends up being a significant part of trying not to re-injure it. But it did come with a little bit of design thought.
Brett Brown here on the Rich Eisen Show. Markelle Fultz, how much is he going to get in there, do you think, in the playoffs with such a
Yeah,
minimal amount of time as a rookie under his belt?
I'm going to try to continue to play him like I have been playing him. I think to overthink it at the start, we've won 16 games in a row. We've played well at home since Christmas especially. And I feel like to overthink it would be a mistake. I had those great experience, 12 years of them with Pop and the Spurs, and, the postseason, deep into postseason championship stuff was a part of my history in San Antonio, and sort of reflect back on some of those preparation periods. One of the main things you get out of there is you got to where you are for a reason, and it does change, Rich, when you start getting into the series. Games 2, 3, 4, the playoffs are so very different than the regular season. But initially, I'm going to play Markelle like I have been playing him, which has been about 12, 14 minutes, 10 minutes as Ben Simmons backup as a point guard.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.